Alright, so in this video I'm going to compare two different models of the Vevor diesel heater. So this one here is like the Toolbox version, they called it. It's an all-in-one portable diesel heater. Has an app control the same as the other one, LCD as well. This one I think has just a slightly smaller fuel tank. I think it's the 1.2. I think my other one's a 1.3. One of the main differences in this is it also has lights on it, so you can turn on your lights, light bar, those lights, which is nice. You can see the front, your fuel level in the front here. It also has a compass on top. Back here's your fill. Now there's a few things on this one that are definitely different than the other one, besides just the looks. So on the inside here, there is an intake port underneath here, but there is no intake tubing. So it automatically draws the air that it's going to go into the combustion chamber from inside. So at least this one did not come with a tubing, an exhaust tubing, or sorry, intake tubing for that. I'm going to purchase one and connect it, because what happens is if you pull your air that's going to be combusted and forced out, like out through my exhaust over there, you're creating a negative pressure on in your inner space here. Now this is not a sealed carport. This is just an area where it's going to be warm for me to work on my cars, because it's winter here in PA. So it's not as big of a deal for this type of situation, but they market these for like inside of cars, vans, RVs and stuff. And so if you can't pull air from outside into the combustion chamber and then back out the exhaust, then you're going to create a vacuum on the inside of your car. So it's going to be pulling all of the oxygen and everything from the inside, forcing it out. So it's going to be trying to suck air back in from your window seals or wherever, drawing in cold air. So you don't really want that. So for me, I'm going to get another intake tube and put that out through. Now this model here did come with a longer heating exhaust tube. So because there's two different intakes and exhausts on these things. There's an intake and exhaust for the combustion, and then there's an intake and an exhaust for the heated air. So the part where it sucks in to heat the air is also like underneath the thing. So that's where the fans will go, and it pushes the air through the heat exchanger. Personally, I'm just not quite as big of a fan as this one, and I believe this one was a little bit more expensive. And objectively speaking, I don't even think the air gets quite as hot. Now the exchanged air tubing here is a little bit longer, so this could impact it, but just like I could put my hand right here for a lot longer than I can the other one before it gets hot. And using my gun here, just pointing near the end, we're hitting about, normally it was saying it was a little bit less than that, so we're hitting 195, 192, 180 through here, which is warmer than it was, and it's been running for a while now, probably about 45 minutes, so it should be definitely up to temp. So we're hitting there about 180s. Now the other one over here, this one only runs off of 12 volts. So that was why I bought the other one to begin with, because it'll operate off of 110 as well. This one does not have the option to do both. You'll have to buy a power inverter if you want to use 110 instead of the 12 volt. But what's nice about this one is it does have over there, that has an actual intake tubing. So I'm drawing my combustion air from outside, and I'm also drawing and pushing out my exhaust back out the other side over there. It does draw in the air from in the back for the heat exchanger, which on mine it says not sealed, so down in there is a little bit of a crack. So it's pulling some cool air, but I would rather, for this situation, since it's not perfectly sealed, I would rather it be pulling the already warmed air from in here, so then it would be working more efficiently, and the warm air would be getting even warmer. But you know, because my hoses back here aren't real long, I can't do that efficiently. And since I'm not worried about moisture, because the general thing is open, so I'm not worried about moisture in this case. But whenever I come over here and feel the air output on this thing, like you're seeing here, like a lot higher numbers. Like you're seeing at least 230, 236, and it just, like if I put my hand anywhere like near here for more than a couple seconds, it gets really hot really quick. So I definitely think this model here, even though it doesn't have the lights and all the bells and whistles like that, no compass or anything, because most people don't need that and aren't going to use the compass. The lights, however, could be, you know, useful. Everything else is identical except for the ability to heat, and this thing here definitely seems to be blowing a lot more like hotter heat. And they both come with a remote to control it. Both have LCD screens, and you can control both of them via an app. Now the other one over there, like I said, it does come with a 110 adapter, so it can use 110 volt. It doesn't require a battery like this one does. So that is one upside to that model there. But like I was saying, I don't think this one blows as much heat, and also doesn't separate where the intake is coming in through. So I'm going to try to figure out a way to separate that. Now the model of the other one that I'm using here, just give me 1 second to pull it up, is this particular model. I did already do a review on this one as well, but they both come with an exhaust system with a muffler and everything. But if I had to pick between the two again, I would probably pick try to find one that works just as well as this one, but comes with an inverter, so you don't have to use a battery or carry a battery around, and you can just have that type of pack. Or you can spend the extra, I think roughly $40. I think I found one for that will convert from the 12 volt to the 110, or 110 to the 12 volt. And so this one was on sale, and I got it for $106. So this one's still $3 more, but it does come with the adapter. So the other one, it blows a little bit hotter, has a little bit better features like the separated tubes and whatnot. You know, that one over there is going to cost more in the long run, but like this one here, I don't know if it's going to get back in stock, but I know this one was on sale. I want to say it was probably originally more than that as well. So I had to edit out part of this video because I showed my address. I'm not trying to show my address to everybody. So if you have any questions about either one of these two models, go ahead and drop a question in the comments. I will respond, and I will either test it out or give you the information that you're looking for. I may be purchasing another one as well. So if you have any suggestions on which one of those to purchase and then maybe compare to these two, drop a comment as well. So I also do a lot of these reviews, and will probably be giving away at least one of these two space heaters. And I do reviews on other car parts, car tools, electronics, speakers, all kinds of stuff. So if you'd like to be interested in being entered to win any of those things I'm going to be giving away, definitely hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And once I hit 500 subscribers, I will be entering in everybody's name into a random selector, and whoever gets selected will win different prizes. All I'll have to do is get your information after you win to see what address to be sending you prizes to. So if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe.